Welcome food fans, picky eaters, the flavor curious, and everyone in between. Nothing makes good food better than good conversation. And your table is ready. Come right this way to the Food For ThoughtCast with your host, Melissa Reagan. But you can call her Chef. All right, let's get this episode started.
Hey there, food fans. Welcome back to the Food For ThoughtCast with me, your host, Melissa Reagan, and my co-host with the most everybody's favorite co-host, Chef Steven Gonzalez. What's up, Steve?
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, hola.
Do I look tired? I'm tired.
Yeah, tired of it. Tired of the you-know-what.
It's been one of those weird days, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that deep in my bones. Yes, I feel that. All of that statement.
Yeah.
But get ready, dude, because we're podcasting.
We are, yeah. I'm waking up for that, yeah.
Super excited.
Gotta wake up.
Gotta wake up. Yeah, Lincoln Park. Amazing. All right, so I have to ask, like, your day was weird?
It was just a very slow, strange day. Like, nothing out of the ordinary happened, but it's like the time just dragged by, and I don't know. Just, I can't explain it. What about you?
I get that. It's kind of like trying to walk forward in Jell-O. Like, you just feel like surely time is passing somewhere, but maybe on a different plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. What was the most amazing thing you ate this week, Steve? What you been up to?
I have been a little bit more strict on the diet up until today. So, because I didn't feel like meal prepping all my stuff, I just had a simple egg and cheese burrito. Nothing crazy.
Just cheddar cheese?
Cheddar and a little Oaxaca. Eggs cook so fast. When you have tortillas ready to go, comes in clutch. What about you?
Did you scramble the eggs?
Oh, of course.
Do you ever do like the messy, lazy scramble at home where you don't whip the egg and the yolk together first? Like you just scramble in the pan, I mean?
All the time. Yeah. Totally.
Me too. I kind of like the little flecks of white in there. Mm-hmm. I don't want it to be too uniform. Like I can get in the mood sometimes for like a soft French scramble, like the Gordon Ramsay creme fraiche kind of thing, but mostly it's kind of like a pile of snot, and I have to be in a very specific mood.
Cream fraiche.
See, what was the
I was thinking of South Park.
Cream fraiche. Yeah, it's a great episode.
Yeah, chef.
Yeah, chef. Cream fraiche. I think I'm gonna watch that episode after this. It's a gem. that one's a gem. Let's see. What was the most amazing thing I ate this week?
I was about to say, stop dancing around the question. It's a loaded question. What did you eat?
Right? It is a loaded question. But I've eaten a couple of amazing things this week, right? Like, yeah. I'm going to have to say, so I get these chicken nuggets from Real Good. The brand is Real Good. And it's not me trying to make a health statement. It's just like, I am intrigued by them, but they're on the lower carb side. And the way that they achieve that is they're chickpea flour crusted. Put those puppies in the air fryer. They come out super crispy and delicious. I had them with mashed potatoes and green beans. And shout out to Finch barbecue sauce. Friend of the show, even though they don't know it yet, the best barbecue sauce ever. Drizzled it all over. Kind of made it into a KFC type bowl. Yes.
That sounds pretty good. Minus the green beans.
10.
Otherwise, it sounds pretty good. You had me at chicken nuggets.
Would recommend.
You lost me at green beans, but you got me back. mashed potatoes.
I always forget that you don't like green beans. It's the
I always
texture.
remember that I hate them.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure it's top of mind.
I'm
all
sure
the time.
I've mentioned it in almost every episode ever.
That and dill.
Yeah.
But you're coming around to pickles, but like, tell me why green beans again?
I don't know. I just don't like them. Just don't like them. You ever meet someone and you're just like, I just don't like them. This person has a heart of gold and everyone loves them, but I don't like them.
Almost every day.
Green beans are that person. I just don't like them.
Green bean is that food for you?
Yeah.
That's how I'm with licorice candy.
Oh, who likes licorice? It's gross.
I like all things sugar and sugar related and sugar adjacent, but licorice candy is just like, oh, why?
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
A little bit. Tastes like licorice. Yeah, because that's what I think.
That's why I threw up. Huh. It all makes sense.
So gross. All the green beans, though, Steven?
All the green beans.
Italian, like the flat Italian broad ones, and
maybe if they're deep fried and they have a ton of Parmesan and ranch. I would imagine I would do that.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot that Parmesan and ranch can't make better.
It's true. It's pretty true.
Saying. I don't have the patience to. I used the air fryer for the second time this week, and that's 2 more times than I've ever used it in a month ever. I've only found success with pre-breaded frozen products. Tofu wasn't terrible. Tofu wasn't terrible in there, but I just wasn't willing to wait. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It can develop a chicken-like texture if you like freeze it, thaw it out, and then press all the liquid out, all the water out of it, and then kind of like shred it up. So it looks more organic. Like nothing is like less natural than a perfectly cubed food. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all about you eat with your eyes too. So I think that's like 50% of it, really. But
fair enough. Yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, you put enough General Tso's sauce on something, like it can be passable.
It looks like the real deal.
It can pass. Like speaking of General Tso's, do you know what we're talking about today?
No, what are we talking about? Chinese food?
Takeout.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We're giving our hottest and maybe, I don't know, coldest takes on takeout. So, Steve.
Do you do a lot of takeout?
What's your favorite? Dude, I would do more. I
used to do a lot of takeout when I was younger.
Yeah. I used to crush Chinese food. Okay, when I was in culinary school is a really good example. I would buy like $40 worth of Chinese food and I would eat on it for like 4 days.
I don't believe that because you would be hungry after like 5 minutes of being full. So I just don't see that happening unless you had really strong willpower. You're like, I'm starving. I was full 5 minutes ago, but this is saved for the next day.
So it's kind of counterintuitive. The rice expands, but you also digest it really quickly. So it's a quick interview hit, but it doesn't make sense. Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I'll kill some fried rice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
Go ahead.
If you threw green beans and fried rice and cut them really small, I would probably I would be too lazy to pick them out, and I would just eat them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough. That's kind of how I am with lima beans. Like I will eat them; they're not my favorite. But if you threw them in like lo mein, I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't hate those either. Yeah, I could see that.
I could do that. Otherwise, lima beans need about 8 hours of cooking time with a ham hock, and any other way is wrong. They're gross.
And lots of MSG.
I think I think we came to this pod today with a lot of pent up vegetable hatred. It seems like,
I've already retracted my disdain for green beans by saying I would eat them in fried rice. So I think you're the only one who's holding on and hating permanently. Melissa, do we have to have an intervention? The power of lima beans compel you.
This Wi-Fi. Come on, people. Stand by. I'm going to switch to the better Wi-Fi.
Standing. Camera one.
It's the awkward silence. Thank you for bearing with us while hopefully my computer figures out how to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Camera one, camera two, camera one,
camera
two.
Camera one, camera two. Back and to the left. Back and to the left. Yes. All right. Everybody here with us?
Hey, there's some video quality now.
And hey, it's still a podcast. Maybe much to your disdain. All right. So I have some statistics about takeout food. Shall we?
Shall we? Let's do it.
All right. This is according to the internet, which means it must be true. According to Eater, popular food publication, Eater, they said that chicken is the most ordered takeout food in 12 U.S. states. Care to venture some guesses?
Chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Chick-fil-A, because I know that's what I would do.
No, what the states?
Like what states?
Yeah.
Texas.
Nope.
How about Mississippi?
Mississippi, yes.
New York?
Not New York.
I'll take one more stab in the dark. Georgia.
Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, Rhode Island. Yeah. Those are the top.
I like it.
A whole swath of southern states there. In second place for the most frequently ordered takeout food in the United States is
Pizza.
Chinese. Chinese food.
I can see that though.
Highly favored in 5 states. Care to guess?
Missouri.
Nope.
Rhode Island.
Nope.
Vermont.
That's chicken.
California.
Nope.
Wyoming.
Nope.
Texas.
Oh man. Nope.
Man. Michigan.
Nope. That's chicken.
One last one. Illinois.
All wrong in a row.
Wah, wah.
South Carolina, Oklahoma, Colorado, Oregon, and Nevada all order the most Chinese food in the United States. Crazy, right?
I'd go with the sesame chicken personally.
Dude, okay, so we have to throw down. What's your favorite, I'm going to say, Americanized Chinese food takeout?
Sesame chicken, fried rice, pork egg roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
I am a huge fan of mushu pork.
Oh, yeah?
Scallion pancake. Really fantastic.
I like the walnut shrimp, too. That's good.
Walnut shrimp is good. If there's a place that does like honey walnut shrimp, that is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a super huge fan of like bok choy and oyster sauce. Really legit. Any kind of egg rolls. Lo mein. Like, to be honest, I really never, this isn't like a great question for me because I never met a Chinese food I didn't like.
I usually don't find good Chinese food. I always have to go back to San Antonio or Dallas or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or when I visit San Francisco, it's like, let's go to Chinatown. Dawn.
Yeah. I mean, and the reason why I said, right, Americanized Chinese food is because that stuff is going to be more authentic. That's where your dim sum is and your noodle houses and your dumplings and things like that. But for good old, extremely American Chinese food, I will crush orange chicken. I will crush sweet and sour chicken. Mushu pork, dude, is phenomenal.
You're making me want to go get Chinese food now.
I know. Do you have good options where you are in Midland?
Define good. No, I'm kidding. There's a bunch. There's a handful there's a handful of like noodle houses. There's a handful of like Asian, Vietnamese. I think there's a couple Korean spots now, and those are actually really good. But it's been a while since I've eaten there, so I can't remember the name of the place. But yeah, Midland, Odessa, it's not too bad. There is some good spots.
One of my favorite things about getting like what I consider to be real Chinese takeout is getting the folding boxes. I know that sounds really lame, but there is something so sentimental about those little square boxes. Like, I love that stuff.
Do you ever just open them up and then use that as your plate?
No, I have not mastered the art of that. I like digging down in there with a fork, especially when it's cold the next day.
See, whenever I have leftover Chinese food, I always have to do it with a fried egg. I can't explain it. I just do. It's 10 times better.
I will put a fried egg on top of any leftovers.
Same here. Same.
It can even be
lasagna, fried egg.
Yeah.
Pizza, fried
enchiladas, fried egg. Pizza, fried egg.
Chinese food, fried egg.
Chinese food, fried. It could be egg foo young, and I'm putting another
more egg. Yeah.
Like, it's just
emphasis on the egg.
It's not even an option. And it's so infrequent now, like how often I'll have actual eggs in the house, but I'm almost tempted to. I used to crack an egg into snack size Ziploc baggies and just freeze it so they wouldn't go bad, but I could just have an egg on demand without having to buy like an entire dozen.
What? I've never heard that before.
Did you know that you can do that?
I did not. I do now.
Yeah, it's great. They don't go bad. I'm just not home enough. But when I want it, I want it. And it's like, okay, I'm going to buy 12 of something. I'm going to eat 2 of it, and then it's going to gross me out.
I force myself to eat them.
Yeah.
But yeah, pasta. You better believe there's a fried egg with that.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I do with my pasta? Like, so let's just say it's like spaghetti bolognese. I'll heat it up in a pan, and I'll let it get a crust on the bottom, and then I'll turn off I'll take it off the heat, and I'll crack an egg into it and cover it up and just let that kind of cook like that. Oh, because all that yolk just oozes out with your marinara or your bolognese and all that.
Oh yeah,
that's so good.
It is.
Anyone listening who disagrees with me, well, you haven't tried it yet, so I don't want to hear it. And if you have, then
everybody learned a couple of new things today, right? You can freeze a cracked egg. I find it handy to freeze them flat. If you're going to scramble it beforehand, you're just going to use it to bake. You can just stack the Ziploc bags up, freeze it flat. Doesn't take up a lot of space, and they thaw it really fast. And you can put an egg in with your leftover pasta, put the lid on, and let the steam finish cooking it. And the yolk will be nice and runny. So there's your 2 bits of trivia, if you like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So sweet and sour, orange, General Tso's, Kung Pao, almost Kung Pao anything, I will absolutely demolish. Love that stuff.
I'm sure I would. I'll be honest, I've never had Kung Pao chicken.
You have to fix that.
Mostly because I always see sesame chicken on the menu, so I'm like, done. So that's why.
So Kung Pao has peanuts in it, and I'm a huge fan of like peanuts and peanut butter.
I need to try it then.
Yeah, you do. And it's hot. It's typically
I like when you go to the Chinese restaurants and they offer like pad thai and sushi. I love it.
It cracks me up. It's like, oh, it's a Pan Asian thing happening here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The third most ordered takeout. I mean, I think we can debate about this, whether it actually counts as takeout, or maybe we can define what takeout is.
Pizza.
But it's pizza.
Yeah.
So, and pizza is the most popular in Georgia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and New York. No surprise.
What about Texas? What the hell is big in Texas?
Apparently,
barbecue.
burgers.
Oh, yeah, I can see burgers. Yeah, there's Whataburger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All that. So Texas, Indiana, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Louisiana, burgers. And then Massachusetts and Louisiana apparently also rank very high on the amount of sushi that is ordered as takeout.
Oh,
yeah.
My wife told me we need to go get sushi soon, which I think means my next day's off, which is this weekend.
Yes.
And the problem that I have with sushi is that I order way too much because my eyes are always bigger than my stomach. and I force myself to eat it all. So all that rice gives me dry mouth, and I'm stuffed. So I drink water to compensate for the dry mouth, and I'm even more full. It's just a vicious cycle, but it's so worth it. Just saying.
Apparently, Alabama ranks really high on the amount of Greek, Mediterranean, Lebanese takeout that they have. Wisconsin is of course anywhere that serves cheese curds, and Arizona and New Mexico, apparently their two most popular delivery / takeout foods are any variety of salads and French fries.
I was gonna say French fries. It has to make that list, but like loaded fries. You know what I'm saying?
They have to be pretty special. Do you like Five Guys fries?
I don't mind them. They're not as crispy as I want them to be, but I would eat them. I'd crush those.
Nobody's fries are ever as crispy as I desire.
McDonald's?
They're just not. I mean, if you get it, like you got to eat it. Like I feel like you have to start eating the first two, like as they're passing them to you in your car. You know what I mean? Like there's no time to spare.
Very rarely do I eat McDonald's. So, I mean, I know that their fries are pretty good and nice and salty, but the best time to go, I would imagine, is during the lunch rush when they're just like making a mad dash to make as many fries as possible.
Well, you know the secret, like you order them with no salt so that you are guaranteed for them to make them fresh.
Yeah, but does that guarantee that your burger is going to be fresh? Probably not.
I don't know.
But I mean,
it's never really been a concern, to be honest.
I was going to say.
I'm going to tell you the last thing I ate at McDonald's. It was chicken nuggets and fries. They were both cold. And guess what? I still demolished it because I was hungry and it was my only option. So
fair enough.
If there's like a shortage on time or resources and I'm super duper hungry, kind of all the standards will go like out the window.
Oh.
To be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah. All right. So apparently food delivery as a concept, kind of that third-party food ordering service as we have come to know it, started around 1995. As we know it, kind of the Uber Eats before we had Uber Eats, but like Grubhub and different things like that. The concept, it being monetized and kind of nationalized and regulated. The concept of food delivery, though, started in Korea, first recorded in 1768. They would the noodle houses would deliver hangover soup to nearby patrons. So it'd be regulars who came into the noodle houses. Maybe they enjoyed themselves just a little bit too far, drank too much, and these places would deliver door to door. Advertising in Korea for catering and food delivery to your door started to be prevalent in the 1800s. In Edinburgh, the fish and chip shops started delivering fish suppers, chicken, and hamburgers via car to the metropolitan area in 1962. And then, of course, you had companies like Schwann's that would sell door to door. And then you had all the different, food delivery outfits, right? Like you've got Grubhub and Uber Eats and DoorDash. And then you have, maybe restaurants have their own delivery people as well, right? But it's been around forever. Kind of the idea of having, the idea of takeout has been around forever.
Do you do deliveries?
Uber
Eats, all that stuff?
Do I use them?
Yeah.
Sometimes. It depends.
Ironically, you work in a restaurant. So you're like, Roy, well, of course I do. I work in a restaurant. I need to have other shit in my kitchen for me.
It's kind of like trying to decide what to watch on Netflix for me. I will open up Uber Eats and I will spend so much time trying to weigh the cost against like just putting on real clothes and going to pick up food.
Yeah.
That by the time I've made a decision, it's like a moot point. Like I can look around on Netflix for 40 minutes, simultaneously playing with my phone or doom scrolling on social media. And then I go, well, like that was a cool hour. Now I have to go to bed. Didn't watch anything. It's the same thing with Uber Eats. I get like decision paralysis. And then I'll go back and forth like between DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats, and I'll like see who charges the most. And then it'll be like, why is it going to take 48 minutes? And I live like 3 miles.
I have only used Uber Eats once, and even then, it wasn't for me. It was to get coffee delivered to my wife on Valentine's Day because I was working, and I think I got her like a cinnamon roll too or something like that. But I've never gotten myself Uber Eats because I always hear all the horror stories of like the drivers, and I know not every driver's bad, but it always scares me.
Yeah.
So I'll let her be the one who gets to,
No, I mean, I totally get it. I just think, at some point it's like, I think if nothing else, right, it's not too much for me to go through a drive-through. If I don't want to, if I've peopled too hard, if I don't want to see anybody, if I want something really fast. And I think, some of the options just aren't as good when you get them delivered. They're not. That's kind of like the beauty of takeout as we know it. Kind of like the things that like veer more Asian, they're sturdy. They hold up well.
Yeah.
Nothing's stopping your fried rice on a 30-minute drive.
The only delivery I do is pizza. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, there's something just, it's convenient. And after a fun day of work and you don't want to do anything, or you're just enjoying like a day off and you just you want to accomplish absolutely nothing, I will order pizza and we will just watch recorded shows that we have,
Is it hot when it gets there though?
Yeah. Oh, there have been times where I've burnt my mouth because the pizza's so hot. So, yeah.
Steve, did you hear that?
What?
My doorbell.
Huh. Who's at your door?
Like, I don't know. What is happening right now? Sorry, everybody in the internet world. I have no idea.
You can answer that, and I will go on a monologue if you want. And I will.
Let me make sure it's not an intruder. Hold on. Stay by.
Right? Yeah. I'm going to share my closed-minded monologue opinions on everything that I like, which is usually just Domino's or Papa John's. They're always really good. Again, as far as using Uber Eats, things like that, I'd rather just go get it myself. But if push comes to shove and I really don't want to accomplish anything, again, going back to delivery pizza. So who was it? I feel like someone just knocked and took off.
You're what?
Someone just knocked and took off, or what?
No, this is when it comes in handy to have like very, very large, loud dogs. It's just somebody with a clipboard like trying to sell me solar panels or something. I've told that guy
they want you to take a second mortgage out on your house, huh?
Dude, it's the same guy. I've like.
It's going to cost you nothing. All you got to do is sign up and get 3 people to sign up under you. They get solar panels and they get 3 people to sign up under them to get solar panels. And then yours are free because
it's like a pyramid.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
I always tell people like, I'm sorry, you'll have to talk to my landlord. I'll have to wait until my husband gets home.
I always just say, you'll have to talk to my boss. After my wife just says the same thing. You'll have to talk to my boss. And then I go out there and she's like, I'm just going to stop you there, man. I'm not interested, but I'll give you a bottle of water if you'd like, because it's hot as can be outside.
What did I miss? Was it a good monologue?
It was just me talking about ordering pizza. And then when I don't want to get anything, like if I don't want pizza, I'll go out and get something, but then I realize that I'm lazy. So then I'll order pizza. Yeah, I don't know any Asian delivery spots out here.
There is nothing better than doing an entire load of like grocery shopping and then ordering food. Yeah, coming home, unpacking it, and going, F this. I don't want to cook anything. Forget it.
Yeah.
Nope. Like I'm peopled out. My social battery is dead. I'm super stressed out because everybody in the store was like rude or whatever. Everybody's having a bad day and it rubbed off on me. And like now I'm just gonna order food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, I feel that. Okay, so my thing with pizza, there's so many places close to me that I can go that it's just like never hot enough when I get it. I don't like it.
Well, like for us, you get those the pizzas come in those packs that just keep all that heat in. So like I said, I burnt the roof of my mouth as soon as because I am too impatient. So not only am I lazy, I'm impatient. I am making myself sound like a real winner, you know?
You are a winner, Steven.
When it comes to being a glutton, you know?
Okay, last week. Hey, listeners, viewers, like just gonna need a minute. Steve, last week we talked about how your self-worth is not determined by your sandwich fillings. This week I feel like we need to have like a conversation about it's okay to order pizza. Okay?
Oh,
it's okay.
totally.
It's okay. It's okay.
Totally.
You're a winner. You're a winner, Steve. Not a loser.
Actually, there's a one of the local pizza spots I will go to because I don't know if they do Uber Eats or deliver. I know they don't deliver, but by the time I get home, it's at that perfect temperature. So yeah, I'll just wolf that down.
I get that. I have been known to eat some Little Caesars from time to time, and it's easier to go get it, like the $5 hot and ready's.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with that at all.
Real garbage. It's for when you want to feel like garbage too. If you would eat it.
See, that's where I'll disagree with you because that's like my guilty pleasure. That's one of my many, many guilty pleasures. And then you get like that garlic sauce and you're just like telling yourself it's so delicious. It doesn't matter. It's so delicious with every single bite.
There's a Zaps near me, which is like Laos and Vietnamese cuisine. And I'll get pad thai. That's my guilty pleasure. Don't want to do anything.
Nice.
Like, yeah, pad thai that's some of my favorite takeout. I get like the medium spice, and I'll get like tofu and chicken. Love that stuff.
I always go shrimp.
Again with the peanuts. I have this weird thing about takeout shrimp. It's just rubbery sometimes, and I think I've been burned one too many times, and I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
It's a gamble.
I have trust issues, Steven.
It's a gamble, but yet you got
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I have trust issues, my man.
Sometimes you just have to have low standards. That's what it comes down to.
I do have low Wait, I did. I did have low standards. That's why I have trust issues now. That's how it works.
Fair enough.
That's
when you put it on the comments. Undercook your shrimp, so by the time it gets to me, it's fine.
It's like they can't velvet the shrimp like they do the chicken. They can't treat it with the cornstarch and make it. I mean, shrimp. It's like you got like 4 minutes and that's it. Like you can't move the needle too far. You'll screw it up.
Yeah.
For real. The American relationship with takeout food is, I mean, it's about 100, 200 years old. Formally, right? So in the 18th and 19th centuries, inns and taverns and boarding houses offered food for takeaway, right? We get that vernacular from, of course, England. Takeaway food. So to go food, what we would call it. Colloquially. I could never say that word correctly.
Colloquially.
I did. Now we have it on record. I've said it correctly one time.
Colloquially. It's like saying Worcestershire sauce.
You Worcestershire sauce. And then there were street vendors, and then that kind of became street carts, and then that became food trucks. And yeah, it's a lovely history, but it was usually for travelers or day laborers or people who were immigrating across the country or moving between jobs. They would eat at food carts and lunch wagons, or they would eat in dining rooms and inns and taverns, and they would offer the food to take away as well, kind of like a picnic basket, but like a little bit more formal. And then in the late 19th and 20th centuries, it became luncheonettes, soda counters, what we know as diners, and then kind of quick meal, more of the evolution of what we would formally know as fast food. So before that, everything was for tourists and people who were traveling to work and traveling long distances and everything else. The 1920s in America, the first standardized takeout options would be sandwiches, hot dogs, and burgers meant for people to go on picnics or for travelers to take in their cars. And then other people started offering hot meals for people to take home. So Chinese restaurants in particular, these were the type of restaurants that started offering this type of ordering system. The earliest, and that became kind of the modern Chinese takeout as we know it for the American diet.
we're gonna play a random game.
Do it. I like
Insert
games.
fun noise here. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna take out your phone and you're gonna just type in "takeout near me," and you're gonna tell me what the top 5 are near you, and you're gonna tell me I'd eat there, or you have to pick at least one spot. I don't care if it's McDonald's. I don't care if it's Waffle House. You have to pick one. So, like for me, Hawaiian Brothers Island Grill. I've eaten there once. I don't remember what anything was called, but I like that spot. I will say, you know,
I
if
love
I pick,
Hawaiian Brothers.
I don't care. I've only had them once, so I haven't had them enough to hate them. But their musubi on point.
Oh yeah, I love them. I love that place.
No, I thought you were gonna be like, ha ha.
No,
It's like being a Nickelback fan. You don't want your friends to know, but when you like them and they find out, they make fun of you. That's what it's
I like Nickelback. That one song.
You like Nickelback?
the 6 songs that sounds like the one song are really great.
So then you have Wall Street Cocina. I've never eaten there, but it looks good. I see my favorite hot Cheetos with cheese, and it looks like there's some asado in there. And on top of fries. That looks good. I'm gonna have to try that. Let's see, Curbside Bistro, that place. So the chef is a real beast. He's a boss, and he's a good friend of mine.
Nice.
He's actually won Chopped, and not only that, but his food's good too. It's all sliders and loaded fries.
Yum.
I would say that his Homer Simpson is good, which it's like mac and cheese and pulled pork and stuff like that. It's good. Let's see. So it's 3. Number 4 is Buffalo Joe's, and they have some really good wings. I would go their garlic parmesan. And last but not least, Cancun Grill. I don't know if I've been there. I think I've been there once. I don't remember. But I'm sure, you know what? Margaritas. That's what I'll go for. Okay, your turn.
Did they let you take the margaritas for takeout, though? See, that's the thing.
Oh, I don't know, but...
I mean, a lot of places started doing that during COVID, so...
Yeah. We won't talk about that because there's one spot that their margaritas are made with probably Everclear, and after one of them, you don't know what you're doing, and that's not a very good thing. But are they delicious? Yes.
It's not a good option for a roadie. Heard.
I don't recommend it. Okay, so what are the top 5 near you?
Takeout near me, I sorted by distance, okay? Here are the top 5. Good Lord, I've heard of one of these. Actually, 2.
I was going to say, you're taking it up a spot. I was just going to do the top, the first 5.
Well, let me see what it puts up here.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah. All right, it's about the same. All right, so the first one is Buena Vida, the Good Life, right? Mexican Grill. It's just a couple streets over. It's actually close enough for me to walk. I will not eat there because it used to be called Betty's. Betty's had some of the most ridiculously good tortas that I've ever had, and it went out of business. And now it's like a 2-bit taco joint, and I'm mad at it, and I won't eat there. I'm sad.
Okay.
I'm sad. Next up is Williams Fried Chicken.
Okay.
This is a local spot. They have the best fried chicken livers I've ever had.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I will go up there. The only reason I don't eat there more often is because a lot of the times they're only taking cash, and I never have it.
Yeah.
I have to be very intentional.
It's a good business model. You can claim next to nothing and not have to pay taxes.
It's amazing. So, you don't have to pay like the processing fees either.
we only did $100 in revenue this entire 2024. It's crazy. I know how we stayed in business. Couldn't tell you. I love those businesses. They're awesome.
Magic.
And they have good food.
It's magic. If you want chicken livers or chicken gizzards, it's going to be like a 20-minute wait. Hang out in your car, drink a soda.
I have never had fried chicken livers. That sounds good, though.
You haven't?
No.
You have to. Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I got to make a trip up to Dallas now.
It's just a triple breading.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've had chicken livers, but I've just never done them deep fried. And that sounds divine.
Well, right. It's like the same breading that you do for like fried chicken or chicken tenders, but you have to have it with white gravy. Like that's how you.
Oh shoot! I was gonna say with ranch.
You can, but their gravy is so good, and you dip your Texas toast in it. Oh.
I feel like if I went there and ate their chicken livers, lights would just shine down from the heavens, And you would hear, yeah, that's what you would hear because it sounds so good.
All right. Pizzagetti, as in pizza spaghetti. Pizzagetti. This is very much a local establishment. So there's a brother and sister team that like inherited it from their parents. And actually at my local spot, the sister is a regular and she also owns a catering business and she's in the industry. So she raves about it, but guess what? I've never eaten there.
Man, what's it called? Pizzagetti?
Pizzagetti.
Are you sure it's not just called Biscotti?
Biscottis? No. Pizzagettis. Nope, it's Pizzagetti. I've only heard about it about 50,000 times, but I've never eaten there. But I would eat there. All right, this next one is near and dear to my heart. So this place is called Darriette. Darriette has been in this neighborhood since long before I was born.
What do they serve?
So Darriette is, you've never heard of it because it's the one. There's one.
So what do they serve?
Yeah, so they serve burgers. They make their own root beer.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they make their own root beer. Door. They probably cook burgers on the same flat top that's been there since the 40s or 50s. They have the car hops, like it's like a drive-in, right?
Oh,
they
nice.
have the original booths. There's like wood paneling on the walls, root beer. They have fries, hamburgers, fried cod, like corny dog, tots, all that stuff, milkshakes, onion rings. It's phenomenal. I mean, after COVID, it kind of like went down just a little bit. I think it hurt them really bad, but it is really, really good. So
it sounds like a Cheesy Jane's or something, like in a good way though.
It's like, here, I've got a picture I can show you. It's like Happy Days. Like it's very
nice.
Like, yeah. It's very, I've been there a bajillion times. It's a really great spot. I would totally eat there. Guess what the next thing is?
What?
Sonic. And I'm crushing it hard, but I don't think it's takeout. It's fast food. What's the difference? We should have established some ground rules. I mean, I think it's fine if you take something away.
Takeout versus fast food.
Consult the Googles.
Just gives me more restaurants. How awesome!
I know, right? I don't think there is really a difference. I was expecting to find some more mom and pop stuff. Not like my next three options were like Jack in the Box, Sonic, and something else. Chicken Express, which is, I think Chicken Express is local to here too.
I think takeout is just like you can pick any kind of restaurant. Like it could be I guess a healthy place, stuff like that. Fast food is just like fast food, like your stereotypical like McDonald's and stuff like that, you know. Because I'm not going to read all this. I'm just not, even though it's only like 4 or 5 paragraphs. I'm not going to read it all.
I have the synopsis.
Give me the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you. Most fast food restaurants are open late. You can satisfy late night cravings that hit after a long day. This food is almost instantly ready. Takeout, on the other hand, generally takes a little longer. By definition, you have to order your food in advance and then pick it up when it's ready. I get that.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep. I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, buddy. And then there's like restaurants that offer primarily takeout, so they might not even have seating inside. If that's
would you do takeout steak?
No. Nope. It's a big fat no for me, dog.
Same.
No. Same. There's a Chinese place on this list. I'm like 10 down now. That is absolutely god awful. It is so bad. I'm almost tempted to say the name on here so that nobody eats from there, but nobody's going to eat from there anyway, so it's fine. It's so bad.
Let's see. Cancun Grill. Luigi's Italian. People like that spot.
Have you eaten there?
I have. I've eaten there, count them all, twice.
Those times. Heard?
Yeah. Then you also have Wall Street Bar and Grill. I've eaten there once, twice.
Was it good?
So I've eaten there twice. Yeah. They have a very good selection of alcohol there, but I've eaten there twice. I will not I will keep it vague. Pie Social. This place is pretty good. It's a pizza spot. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's lovely. And then Thai House, Thai and Chinese food. I haven't eaten there, but that's a spot on my list. Yeah. Chicken Express, Golden Chick, Jum Burrito.
What is that?
It is a burrito spot because they're supposed to be big burritos, but the burritos are about the size of a Whataburger taquito.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That won't do.
Yeah.
One of the things that I find myself ordering almost exclusively as takeout instead of eating in a restaurant is pho.
I love pho.
I always get it either delivered or I pick it up.
I am too scared to, like, I've done it before where I've taken it home or I've gotten it to go and I'm petrified of making a mess in my vehicle. So I will usually just eat there and then I don't have to clean up. So
I get that. There's a little bitty spot right next door to my local bar. And they have really good dumplings and they have extremely good like beef noodle soup. And it comes with hot chili oil that you can put on it. And when you pick it up to go, they like double container it and then they tie the bag really tight. So you just have to have like right. You kind of have to like have a level spot for it to sit, but it is phenomenal. It is so good. So good. I have to
go get a dumpling spot now. There's a noodle house and they've got dumplings and they're pretty good. And I don't even get the noodles. It's just like 5 or 6 different orders of different dumplings and bao and stuff like that every time. Yeah.
I love bao. Do you have a favorite filling?
I always go with beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shredded beef?
Yeah. There's a spot in San Antonio that does it, and it's like a barbecue pork. Oh, it's so good. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it is really good. So there's a little place in, gosh, I forget which airport it was. I was traveling for work. Go figure. They had a bao. It was something like bow wow now or some ridiculous play on words. You know how I love puns, and even more if they're like food puns. I bet you I have a receipt somewhere. I must have it. But they had a red bean and pistachio filling for a dessert bao, which was really, really like a zuki beans, like sweet beans.
Yeah.
Right? And then they had a pork bao that had like a barbecue sauce on the inside. That was absolutely ridiculous.
Sounds like it.
It was
in a good way.
So good. So good.
Yeah, my brother's going to San Antonio next week, but I won't be going. But like in June he's going, so I'm already planning out like all the restaurants and whatnot that I'm gonna go eat at with him. Even though it's like a 2 or 3 day trip that I'll go see him. So
I love that.
Me too.
I love organizing travel around what we're going to eat.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to Colorado next week for a concert at Red Rocks, which I've never done. So we're already starting to figure out where we're going to go eat.
You haven't been there before?
I've been to Denver once.
But not to Red Rocks?
Never Red Rocks.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So that'll be fun. And then next month we're going to the Keys, the Florida Keys. And I've never been there. And we already have all sorts of restaurants picked out with that too. So I'm excited.
That's amazing. Get some key lime pie for sure.
I had to think about that one. That was a good play on words.
I mean, it's a real thing. Like that's where like the Keys.
Do you get key lime pie at the Keys?
Yes. Indeed.
Those aren't the kind of keys I'm talking about doing.
Hey.
Badoom.
Waha.
That joke.
What was the last takeout that you ordered, Steve?
You know what? I think it's Papa John's. I'm going to have to say.
Really? What's your go-to order from Papa John's?
I love their stuffed crust, but I always get like mushroom and onion. And then we always get like the garlic knots and stuff. So bread with more bread.
Just mushroom and onion, but like no meat?
No, mushrooms and olives. If we do meat, sometimes Ursula will twist my arm to get pepperoni. She won't do like Italian sausage because it has like the anise and all that. She doesn't like anise. So
girl, same. I knew I liked your wife.
Yeah. So I'll settle for pepperoni. Like, it's not my favorite, but I will totally do it, and I will eat it and not complain at all because it's just so overloaded with cheese, and you're just dunking it. Like those little garlic butter cups, they're not big enough. They need to have like a giant bowl of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the solar guy. They heard you talking, so they're like, we're going to try her. We're going to try to get her to get 3 people to buy solar panels. And then they're going to get their 3.
This time, the intruder must be in the bathroom.
Your dog's like, I heard Papa John's. I want takeout.
Bueno. Sir.
We'll get you takeout. Don't worry.
He's like very passionate about Papa John's.
I would go swimming in their garlic butter. That's how much I like it.
Hey, buddies. Hey, stop. Dude, me too. I love Papa John's. That sauce is amazing. I like getting extra pepperoni peppers too. I know it's lame, but like it's usually like only 1 in every box. If we get Papa John's for like a company, catering or a lunch or reward or something, I will go through every box and pick out every pepperoni pepper to eat them. Like, I'm like that guy that picks all the M&Ms out of the trail mix and just leaves like the rye chips. Like,
I would probably do that and leave the raisins. Yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Your dogs, they're ready to go get takeout is what it is. They're going to load up in the car, get takeout, and then they're going to watch you eat and wish that they had it.
They're like, we want pad thai. Give it to us now.
Right? It's poetic justice. You're going to eat it in front of them. It was their idea. But
I'm going to say you can't have it because it has onions and garlic in it, and you'll die. They're toxic.
So would getting a blizzard count as takeout?
I think so.
Okay, then the last thing I had was a blizzard.
You did?
Yeah,
that sounds so good.
Yeah, every now and then, like I tell myself I'm gonna do really good today, and I'm gonna not, eat bad. And then my wife says, Dairy Queen has new blizzards, and I say, shut up. Why have we not gone to get them yet? I'm already in the truck. Where are you?
I really like the dipped cones, but like the seasonal ones. Like they have all sort of different kinds. Like maybe they don't dip the cone in the magic shell stuff every time. They'll like roll it in sprinkles, has a theme, and it's like different flavor. Like I love that stuff, big time.
I don't know, and this is me being gluttonous, but Crumble has some pretty good cookies this week. So there goes my summer body, which I don't really care about.
Crumble is so good.
Here's the problem: I gotta get my blood drawn at the end of May, and I do really well up until like the weeks leading up to my doctor's appointment. So, they've got their birthday cake with Oreo, they got their cinnamon square, their red velvet,
dude,
their maple cream sandwich. Melissa,
you had me at maple.
I'll never be a healthy guy.
And then you really had me at sandwich.
I will never be a healthy guy.
Maple, dude, is legit. Birthday cake, anything, yes. Red velvet.
Oh, when they have their Oreo,
take or leave.
Oh my goodness, that's takeout. That's not fast food. And I will.
What's a bakery, Steven?
Where you take the cookies out. You take out.
Stop.
That counts. If a blizzard counts as takeout, why don't cookies?
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
I just break them.
I just break them. I just bend and break them.
So then if you go to a bakery and you get like their
I got it.
Stuff, is that takeout?
It's bake out. And it's been really nice knowing everybody on the podcast. Thank you so much.
Hashtag now Steven has to go on monologues.
Hashtag Steven is
boring monologues where he contradicts himself all the time. That's a long hashtag, by the way.
I think the last takeout I had was lo mein.
Yum. I used to love lo mein when I was a kid. I still do, but I just If I see sesame shrimp or sesame chicken on there,
I actually,
it's precedent.
A lot of the Chinese food I have, I love all of it, right? But one of the things about lo mein or any noodles is I prefer them cold the next day with like hoisin or oyster sauce or sesame oil or chili crisp. Like, is something about all those flavor profiles is like, yes, but I want it cold out of the fridge with like the fried egg on it, but not while the egg's too hot. Like that's the Chinese food that I want to eat cold. There's like, I don't know, there's some specific parameters.
I don't like cold Chinese food or cold leftovers, but I am not above eating them as I'm heating the rest of it up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'll have a cold piece of pizza while I'm eating the rest of the pizza up.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like when you make the first pancake and it's really ugly and you're like, oh, I got to eat this one.
Yeah. I don't want people to see my ugly pancake.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
Sure.
With a fried egg on top.
Yeah.
And then it soaks up all your yolk.
You ever make a breakfast taco with the pancake as the taco shell? Hello?
No, I make it more like a sandwich, unfortunately.
Yes.
So what I do, what I should do, this is what I should try. You make like your pancake, and then you do like your fried egg and your bacon and all that stuff on top, and then you pour more batter over the top, flip it.
Yep.
And then I think that would be, on paper, it sounds pretty good. It would just be like a crimp, like a cooked shut breakfast, a stuffed breakfast pancake.
How's the egg cooked though?
You would probably cook it like as sunny side up or as over easy as possible.
Sunny side up, I think.
So that way, when you flip it, it might break and it might cook, but I feel like it would still be good. But you'd have to chop up your bacon real small so you get bacon in every single bite, and not take the whole thing out. And maybe a little bit of syrup. Shoot, I don't know. I'm going to have to try something now.
Yeah, I think so. Bueno agrees. He's like barking.
So it's almost like a breakfast pocket.
Hey, sir, hush it. The dogs do not want the podcast to be recorded.
They want to go get
the bacon pancake. Like,
bacon.
Just said I want pizza.
Stuffed pancake.
Yes. I'm so in favor of this right now. I want it right now.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to do that. I still have like a butterfly leg of lamb that I need to cook.
Oh my.
Yeah, I need to just brine it, right? Start brining it so that way it doesn't go bad on me,
You're gonna make pizza with it?
I should. Lamb on pizza is not bad either. I'm not above that at all either. You just get rid of the pizza and eat the lamb.
Yeah.
They're delicious together, but they're even better by themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Totally.
Yes.
Toast with goats.
Is there takeout in your future? Are you going to go eat the sushi or are you going to order it in?
Oh, man. Here's the thing. I don't know. So there's all sorts of options. We could either go brunch it up and have mimosas and Bloody Marys and coffee, or we can wait till 11 and then go get sushi. Or we can go get Chinese food. Or you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different options.
Just make it like a progressive crawl. Like, you have a mimosa, and you have like a Danish, and then you go to the sushi place at 11, and you have like the sushis. And
so those don't work for me because I try it, and the last time I tried a barbecue crawl was with a buddy of mine in St. Louis. And each place we're only ordering one thing between the two of us, and we each order one thing each. And so it's like, we have to order one thing, and then it's like, oh wait, but all this sounds good. This sounds we got to get all this, So it was a lot of fun, but it was a failed experiment because we went to I think after the 5th place we were just beyond stuffed, So,
it's a marathon, not a sprint. You gotta.
I tried to. And then I did really well until a friend of mine showed up and started giving us whiskey shots, and I was like, okay, how did I end up in this hotel room with next to and all I hear is just snoring. That's me and my buddy, we just had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Isaac, if you're listening, that was a good trip. So yeah.
Sounds like it. Sounds good.
My goodness.
Well, hey, Steve, I've had a blast talking to you about takeout, but I got to take myself out of here. So
for a blizzard?
I gotta go. No, for like sleep. I gotta go.
It's only 5 o'clock.
I'm old.
Oh yeah. You got to go answer your solar panel guy.
Bueno agrees. Bueno, sir, please.
Solar panels.
He's so passionate about takeout. I had no idea. I had no idea.
Well, until next time, folks.
Steve,
we are the Food for ThoughtCast.
You're going to cook the leg of lamb? I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
If I remember to brine it now.
Cool. Steve's going to go brine a leg of lamb now. I'm going to probably put on my pajamas, get ready for bed, and then in about an hour, I'll decide that I actually want Dairy Queen. So I'll have to put real clothes back on. My dogs are going to go catch an intruder in the backyard and keep us safe. And until next time for the Food for ThoughtCast, Steve, we gotta go. Bye.
That's a wrap for today. Until the next episode of the Food for ThoughtCast, make good food, eat good food, share it, and be kind to one another.
Thanks so much for listening today. You are part of what makes us special, and we are so glad you joined us. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and leave a review. Just like food, delicious podcasts are better when you share them with others. Come back for seconds wherever podcasts are served, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Food for ThoughtCast.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the Food for ThoughtCast or at www.foodforthoughtcast.com, where you can link to all podcast players, or you can send us an email at foodforthoughtcmc@gmail.com.